The Path of Self-Discovery Introduction. Welcome to the journey of self-discovery. You have powers within you that are waiting to be discovered by you. These powers allow you to awaken your true self, your authentic self, the self you were meant to be. Once you find your true self, you'll experience how easy it is to be the only master of your existence. The path of self-discovery is guidance that's easy to follow. In 3 phases and 30 days, you'll learn the exact process which led me to a profound understanding that everything in my life and in the world surrounding me is as it should be. Everything happens when and if it is meant to happen, and whatever happens, whether we want it or not, offers us opportunities to gain experience in the lessons of life. And this is the true purpose of living. This profound understanding comes from the release of expectations, roles, and boundaries, and allows you to experience your life in joy and bliss, rather than fear, anxiety, and doubt. You bought this book because in some way you feel it will help you, and right now you are longing for something to break you out of the prison of disillusionment. Going to work, making money, paying your bills, etc. Is this how life was meant to be? This book was written to be your guide to self-empowerment, soul discovery, and to the belief that not only do you create your own reality, but you also have a sovereign right to do so. Learning to see the bigger picture of your life allows you to uncover and remove the blocks or hurdles that stop you from finding true inner peace. Life on Earth is currently in a phase of increasing chaos and confusion, and we can all see and feel it. The chaos and confusion cause great fears in those who feel they need to be connected to everything that goes on around them and in the world. I'm here to teach you that the state of inner peace cannot exist while you are in a state of fear or worry. Fears like world war, genocide, homelessness, and the state of health care, the state of food production, or whatever fear consumes you the most, keep you from the real focus of your life, which is your life. To experience true joy, one must know and believe that a change must be made in your life. You must accept that change from within you is necessary, not because you are doing it wrong or because there's a right way to live and this is a requirement, but because there is a more peaceful way to exist, even now in this chaos. And you want it, deserve it, and it's never too late to go on the journey of self-discovery. Once you have experienced the feeling of inner peace, you'll be motivated and excited to keep going and finish the 30 days of self-discovery, because it will be a profound and unforgettable experience, and you will choose that feeling over fear, worry, and doubt. Here is an analogy using an infected wound to symbolize fear and how to get rid of it. Think of fear as an infection in a wound. Before the healing of the flesh can occur, the wound must be cleansed and completely rid of the infected areas. In phase 1, you clear your own mind of everything that is unconsciously controlling it, like cleansing a wound. You learn to focus on your thoughts, and you figure out who you are as a person underneath all of the conditioning and expectations. Next, after the infection is under control, the flesh begins healing and regrowing with new material to take the place of the lost infected flesh. In phase 2, you begin to rebuild your life with new realizations of who you are, what you like, and what you dislike. More importantly, though, you begin to be who you were meant to be without the worldly expectations, rules, and boundaries. You learn to make choices and decisions that leave no room for fear, worry, or doubt, and this is when self-discovery turns to reactivating your power of free will, another indescribable feeling. Finally, when the wound has healed and you can no longer tell that there was ever an infection there, you stay aware of your body in a new way, a new perspective. You take care of and focus on your body So if an infection occurs, you catch it early when it is easier and takes less time and effort to heal. Likewise, in phase 3, you become aware of your inner peace and what it feels like to be a peaceful human. You also learn to be aware of all the ways that life tries to interfere with that peace. You see how you can control your thoughts in the stressful situations that happen every day, and you prevent yourself from going back to the feelings of fear, worry, and doubt. These and many more feelings are the blocks that keep you from experiencing your inner peace and from being your authentic self. When you see, accept, and love yourself without judgment, it becomes easier to see, accept, and love others without judgment, regardless of where they are in their journey. You understand that everyone is where they are meant to be, doing what they are meant to do in their lives, and the decisions and choices of others do not have to interfere with you and how you feel. You are only responsible for your own journey. And as the one making all the decisions for yourself, you can choose not to react to people who are causing chaos and confusion around you. You can choose not to focus on the news. You can decide that politics is not for you to worry about. This is the true healing process you seek. And the more you become the master of your own thoughts, the more you gain in inner peace. Life is to be lived, not survived. During the path of self-discovery, you transform how you think about old ideas and information. You will never accept change if you can't make sense of new knowledge, so you must be flexible and open-minded to allow old ideas and ways of thinking to gradually disappear as your awareness of self grows. This process allows space for new ideas and new ways of thinking to form, the ideas and new ways that you choose for yourself. You'll learn patience as well, because this process will be gradual and ongoing beyond the 30 days of this workbook. This is just a jump start to get you going on your path. Use this opportunity of 30 days to begin observing yourself from introspection, your own perspective of yourself, rather than from others' perceptions of you. It is thrilling when you notice that your thoughts are changing by your own choices, and that as you observe the chaos of the outside world, this new self-awareness and self-control creates great peace within you. To call it priceless is an understatement, because this is the true meaning and purpose of life. The journey within oneself unlocks the power with which you were born. It's your right and your responsibility to yourself to be who you were meant to be. You, living in peace and harmony with everything around you. When I began my journey, I first had to stop being the self that was worried, anxious, tired, depressed, and disillusioned about life. I had to look at myself critically to see the reality I was creating for myself through my own negative thought patterns, which formed the choices I was making that kept me trapped feeling that way. It took commitment to myself, patience with myself, and hope that a better way of living exists. And I had to find the motivation repeatedly. You will go through this phase as well, especially in the beginning. It will be a struggle for most of you, because this life seems to create the prison from which we must rescue ourselves. Maybe that is the purpose, to want it so much that you truly fight for it for yourself. That is the main reason I created this book, and I've also created a Facebook group for those who want or need additional motivation or support. I know how hard it will be to go through this transition without some type of guidance. Hopefully you stay motivated, because it is my true intention to be the support that I did not have. I changed myself. I changed my view of my own life. I discovered what makes me happy and who I am at my core, and I continue to make choices that protect my inner peace. I choose me over everything else every day without guilt or apology. The what of this material is important, but the how to navigate and process this new way of seeing your life is where the magic will happen. If you rush through the phases without completing the thought-building daily activities and working on each day as it comes, you will not get the full benefit of this knowledge. The knowledge will pass through you, and that's okay. You may not be in the headspace to begin now. There may be a better time for you to start than right now. Forcing yourself to do the daily activities will only turn this journey into a judgment battle between you and yourself, which causes resistance. Judging yourself becomes a slippery slope back to the prison of fear, worry, and doubt. Hint: self-judgment is something we all need to stop doing. If and when you discover that you are your biggest judge, that will truly be a milestone on this path of self-discovery. Eliminating self-judgment allows you to open the door to self-acceptance and self-love, and this will be a major turning point on the journey. These 3 phases are the micro steps of how I started my awakening journey. The awakening journey is a spiritual path to enlightenment of the entire cosmos. But this short how-to guidance will help anyone interested in finding a level of control in one's life, which leads to true inner peace. That will be enough for most people. For others, this will begin a lifelong path to more knowledge and understanding of what this life is truly meant to be. Again, everyone is where they are meant to be. Adopt the attitude of going with the flow of your own desires. If you are excited after the 30 days and want to learn more, learn more. If you are content with having the self-awareness that creates and maintains your inner peace, so be it. You control your choices. You are your own master.